Welcome to Adventure Cities, where we're exploring Sapporo, Japan.
Sapporo is a city that is famed for its winters thanks to its annual snow festival, its sweet snow crab, and the reliable deep powder that blankets its surrounding peaks, creating a paradise for skiers and snowboarders. But this lively northern city, the capital of Hokkaido Island, has plenty to offer in the summertime too, from a rich restaurant scene to seemingly endless options when it comes to outdoor adventures. Within a few minutes' drive of the city, you'll find lush forests, winding mountain trails and roaring rivers to explore, then bubbling hot springs to recover in afterwards. At the heart of Sapporo, you'll find one of its oldest buildings, the Clock Tower, and locals still set their watches by it as they walk by every morning. When you first arrive, another must-visit is Sapporo's TV tower at the head of long, slender Odori Park. From here, the best vantage point in town, you can see the city unfurl into the beautiful surrounding countryside. When you say Sapporo to most people, the first thing they think of is beer. That's thanks to the city's namesake lager, which they've been brewing here since 1876, making it officially the oldest beer in Japan. Sapporo is a seafood paradise, and its mouth-watering bounty surfaces in more places than just high-end sushi bars. One excellent example is Umi Hachikyo, inspired by an old-school fisherman's inn, hidden away on a side street where they serve ikura donburi, a decadent rice bowl topped with salmon roe or red caviar. Sapporo is stuffed full of innovative restaurants, particularly those harnessing Hokkaido's history. But its most famous foodie site is an unassuming alleyway deep in the central business district. Universally known as Ramen Alley, this slimline street gave the world miso ramen and continues serving it to delicious perfection. In Sapporo, ramen's popularity is rivaled only by shime parfait, the elaborate frozen dessert which the locals go crazy for.
Wow, that is absolutely sensational.
Sapporo has an embarrassment of riches when it comes to mountain trails. I saddle up to tackle one of the most famous, about half an hour from the city centre, with local adventure guides Wataru and Utah.
So today we are doing mountain biking and hiking up towards the top of Eight Swords Mountain.
Eight Swords Mountain is a nickname given to Mount Hakkenzan because of its jagged peaks. At the bottom, there's an excellent network of mountain biking trails graded like ski runs for easy, medium or hard challenges. But whichever route you take, you get to the inevitable trailhead halfway up, where if you want to get to the very top, you have to leave your wheels behind.
Yeah, we made it! Is this the trailhead?
Yeah, trailhead.
Awesome. So this is where we park the bikes and continue on foot?
Yeah, start hiking here.
All right.
The climb itself is surprisingly tough, and we even need ropes to help us get through certain sections.
Hey Wataru, I thought you said this was the easy path. We can make it.
Yes, let's go.
So Wataru, we're in the clouds now. Surely the summit must be close. Wow, fresh air. Yes!
Yes!
We finally made it. Just look at this. What's all this?
All ski hills
So Niseko is over there somewhere.
behind the mountain.
Right. Sapporo's famous for a number of things, and one of them is its beer. I think we've earned one when we get to the bottom. What do you reckon?
There is somewhere down there.
Oh, really? Excellent. What an amazing experience to climb up through the forest and to see this monumental view. It's just an incredible way to get a perspective on a place that perhaps is Japan's ultimate adventure city.
You'll find Sapporo's celebrated Hill of the Buddha at Makomanai Tekino Cemetery, just south of the city. The giant stone statue is concealed within a lavender-covered hill under the watchful eye of Easter Island-style Moai statues. And this is a place of enormity, and that enormity helps you to realise just how small your own life is and how small your worries are. Sapporo is surrounded by large swathes of wilderness, including Shikots-Toya National Park. Here, just under an hour southwest of the city, beneath the steep cliffs of the Toyohira River, I get to enjoy a peaceful afternoon until an unexpected guest slides into that PM.
What kind of snake is it?
It's called Shima hebi. Shima means color.
So it's a green snake.
Yeah, green snake.
Are they poisonous?
Nah,
No.
there's nothing.
I'm glad to see the snake back where it belongs, in the water, swimming away from us, especially as we're close to one of the best jumping spots on the river, something that always appeals to the fun-loving child inside me.
Now that is the perfect way to end the perfect afternoon on the river. Where did that snake go?
Near the river, the little town of Josanke is famous for its hot springs and for more than 20 hot springs hotels. For my visit, I checked into the Shogetsu Grand Hotel. Volcanic Lake Shikotsu is famous for having some of the clearest water in the whole of Japan. And one of its tributaries, the beautiful Chitose River, has become a favourite spot for an unusual pastime.
When I think about snorkeling, Konomi, I think about beautiful sunny beaches, suntan. But today,
Yeah.
we're going snorkeling and we're wearing dry suits.
Yeah,
Why?
because it's cold.
Let's see what's beneath the water.
Down below, the river is an entirely different world, with its sunken ancient forest, darting schools of fish and swarms of shrimp. It's an incredibly calming experience. River snorkeling is a new sport for me, and it gets a big rubbery thumbs up. On my way back into Sapporo, I'm a little surprised when I arrive at Mountain Man. Because there's no mountain and no man. Instead, I find a delightful little restaurant in a hut on the edge of the city. Locals come here to eat hearty food and unwind, in a collection of quirky, improvised saunas.
In the cold climate of Hokkaido, the locals love finding ways to stay warm, and mobile saunas are one of the latest trends.
After climbing Eight Swords Mountain earlier in the trip, Wataru vows to show me something even cooler, namely Sawa Nobori, which roughly translates as river tracing. It's like canyoning, except in reverse. So instead of heading down a river gorge like sensible people might do, we're heading up one through the river itself. As we start the hike, I'm a little confused about the jangling bells on people's belts and backpacks, until I realise it's because we're not alone.
So we're basically strolling through the bear's backyard, hence all the bells to just scare them off.
As same as like we scare them, they're scared of us as well.
Right, especially a big group like this. Wow, we've reached the end of the road.
Yeah, from now on we start hiking up the river.
And instead of going down, which is logical, we're going up.
Yeah, let's get ready.
All right, let's get some waterproof kit then.
River tracing seems a little counterintuitive because it involves hiking against a river, when you could be hiking alongside it. But once we begin, it makes perfect sense because the banks are steep, slippery and dangerous to climb, and the river itself offers the most logical route up the gorge.
The river is a lot faster than I thought it was going to be, and also it's a lot colder, but it's kind of refreshing because we got so hot and sweaty on the trek. But this is the perfect way to cool down. I'm looking forward to seeing where the river takes us.
The group setting itself is an added bonus because it gives me a chance to meet locals as we tackle the challenge together. Wataru has his ever-watchful eye on all of us. And dinner.
All right, so what are we going to do with this? Today's night dinner. The things you find on a trek up the river.
River tracing, otherwise known as river climbing or river trekking, is popular throughout Japan. But as with most adventure sports, Hokkaido, the island of wilderness and wide open spaces, is the best place to enjoy it to its fullest. In a perfect ending to the day, Wataru takes the fresh wild vegetables he's carefully picked and turns them into mouth-watering tempura when we get back to the city. It's an ideal way to end a remarkably fun, unforgettably different experience. Before flying home, I've got time to squeeze in one more adventure, a night hike in Asahiyama Memorial Park, yet another forested enclave within touching distance of Sapporo. What surprises me is that my guide, Yukichika, doesn't have a torch or flashlight of any kind. The idea is that as we walk around the gathering darkness, our senses become more attuned to everything around us. At the end of the hike, we emerge to a spectacular view of Sapporo at night. It's a view that underlines just how closely this fascinating city is intertwined with the natural world all around it.